Hi again, YouTubers. So this is my second part of my overview of foundations. And this one is kind of like, I guess the best way to put it is like more dewy foundations than matte or long wearing ones. These ones are dewy. Some of them have good staying power, but their overall finish is dewy. So, and then I think I'm going to do one more after this, and it's going to be on tinted moisturizers because I don't think I wanted to add those into this. Just as an FYI for my hair, this one piece keeps falling out. There's a, I'm sure you've all heard of them, is Pixie Woo 2, Tanya. She did a video on this and I just thought it was cute, and I'm just literally getting ready to get in the car to head out of town, so I figured I'd just throw it back. It's good for the car, just kind of keep it back off my face, except for this one piece. I gotta figure out how to tie this one piece back in. Maybe I'll bobby pin it. But, see, it's not staying. Anyway, if you want to see how she does this, she has a video on it and it's super cute, and I just thought it was quick and easy. So I'm going to get started. The first one I'm going to talk about, I have had, this is my second bottle of this, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's only that much left in it. This is the Chanel Pro Lumiere, and it is Professional Finish Makeup, SPF of 15. I have it in the color 30. This foundation is a very, to me, medium to, sorry, my phone, medium to full coverage foundation. You have to be very, very light-handed when you put this on, because if you put this on too heavy, as soon as you go outside, you can just see it. It's one of those foundations that you have to be careful with. Even if you put it on with a super light hand or a light brush or whatever you want to use as far as terms, you still can go outside if you powder over this and it looks very cakey. So you have to be very, very careful with this. It's not something you can just slap on and go. This is a foundation that takes a little bit more time and a little bit more precise application to it, and my own personal opinion is it needs a very, very small amount. I know everybody says to use a small amount, and then, you know, but the key to that is, I think, as I'm finding, people actually don't use a little amount. I think like 2 pumps of this could do your whole face and down your neck, like crazy. So this is a great foundation, great, it stays fairly well. You have to be careful with it as well, depending on how much you put on. If you put too much on, it doesn't stay as well, and it kind of causes caking, and it cracks, and it kind of comes off a little bit more, and it's more noticeable that you're wearing a foundation. So that's that one. The next one, I have had these on and off forever. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And it's MAC's Face and Body Foundation. I have it in C4. This is what it looks like. Here's the key to MAC. I don't have many MAC foundations, as you'll notice through these videos, because MAC foundations tend to break me out. MAC's liquid foundations, I should state that. So I don't use too many of them. But MAC's Face and Body Foundation is a water-based foundation, and it's really great. It doesn't break me out. It's very, very thin. It has a really nice finish. It's a little bit, I wouldn't quite call it a glow. There's just a sheen to it. It can feel a little bit tacky on your skin, so don't let it set before you powder, because if you powder right away on this, it's going to look cakey right away. But if you put this on, I use a, as I do with most, I guess I should keep some of these out. I use a flat brush to put it on my face, and then I go around my edges with my Sigma F80. Ugh, I did this again. I have no idea what the name of the new Sigma one is. That's an old number on it. And I buff it in like around my nose, my mouth, things like that with this brush. I've also applied it with this brush. It works well, but I just seem to get better results using the 2 brushes, just my opinion. But if you only have one of those, that'll work as well. If you only have this brush, what I suggest is taking a latex sponge and just kind of rubbing those areas a little bit, that like under your eyes, around your nose and mouth and things like that, that get a little bit more cakey, and distribute it a little bit better. This is also great to use like down your neck, on your décolleté. If your hands are lighter, you can put a little bit of it on there. It is really, really great staying power. It's a pretty amazing product how they did this, and a lot of people use this for photo shoots. It has no flashback, it has no SPF, so really, really great product. Next one I'm going to talk about is, it's okay, it's L'Oreal's True Match. I have this in Neutral 4 N4 Buff Beige. So this is what it looks like. It's a decent product. It's nice. It works well. And I'm just not wowed by it. It also felt a little bit heavy on my skin throughout the day. Normally, I don't like to feel my foundation throughout the day. I kind of felt this one throughout the day. Applied it the same way I did with others. All of these, by the way, all of these more dewy foundations, I set with a powder, because if I don't, I'm going to be an oil slick like by 10 o'clock. It's ridiculous. Especially, I use like Studio Fix powder, and I put it across my forehead and down my nose, like through here, just a little bit. I don't put it on my chin or down through my cheeks because I don't need it there. But in places that I tend to get oily, I definitely do that. This foundation has nice coverage, medium, buildable coverage. I would not say this is a full coverage, but it does do a good medium coverage on the foundation. It works well. Staying power is just so-so, nothing to write home about. Next one I'm going to talk about is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is in the color 7, but I also had the color 4, and it was way too light, and I sent it back, so I need to get 5. This one I just kept to do the review on. I don't think there's even anything left in it. It has a pump. Sorry, again, I did this the last time. Chanel has a pump. MAC Face and Body has a little squirt top. L'Oreal True Match obviously has nothing, it's just the top. Giorgio Armani has a pump. This foundation is a really nice foundation. You hear about it, like all the stars using it. It's in all kinds of magazines saying, you know, so-and-so used this product. It's the top rated foundation, this, that, and the other. I think it's a phenomenal product. I think it gives you a great sheen, but staying power for me, just on my skin, whether I used a primer or not, was just okay. It lasted well. It lasted a good 6-8 hours. It would be fine for a day at work or going out at night or doing something, but it's not something that if I'm going to be working all day then have to go somewhere, this is not what I'm going to be grabbing for. But it has a beautiful finish. I apply it same as others. This one sometimes I apply with my fingers too, by the way. It just works okay with that. But it's a nice foundation, but it's very overpriced in my opinion. There's other things out there that work just as well for less money, in my opinion. Next one I'm going to talk about, I kept this. It's so old, it just needs to get back to MAC'd. I'm shaking it up because it's like so congealed, it's so stuck together. And it is MAC's HyperReal SPF 15 foundation. It was in the color NW100, which is too light for me. And MAC foundations break me out, but I kept this so that I could do a review at some point on it, and it's just gotten old over time. I'm not sure if this one came with the pump or if I bought the pump. You can, by the way, MAC foundations, you can buy a pump. I think it's like $3 or $4 at any stores, but it has a pump in it. It's well, see, mine's congealed a little bit, so it's hard to tell if it's a thick consistency. When I was using it, it is fairly thin. It has a pearlescent opal in it. You can see it very clearly. I know you won't be able to see it on camera. No, can't see it. It has a pearlescent opal to it. It's like someone put a highlighter in with it. And it's very pretty, but for me, between the fact that the foundation breaks me out and I like a dewy finish, but not like a shiny finish, this one was too shiny for me. So didn't really like that one. Another one I'm going to mention real quick before I forget is Dior Nude. I've had 2 bottles of it. I think like color 32, if that sounds right. I might be totally wrong on that. And it's a really great foundation. Again, it is another water-based foundation. To me, it stays very well, but it's funny to put on. You either have to use your fingers to put it on, or you have to use a buffer style brush. It doesn't work for me at all with this type of brush. I tend to put it on with my fingers and then buff it out with a brush like this, or I dip the brush into the product and then buff it on. It's not one I think I'll purchase again. It's a good product, but I think there's so many better out there. The staying power on it for me is just okay. It stays well, but I'm not like wowed by it. So that's just another one I wanted to mention. The next one is the Arbonne Perfecting Liquid Foundation with SPF of 15. I have this in the color Neutral Beige. Yeah. This is what it looks like. I've used at least half of it. It has a pump. You can only purchase this online through Arbonne consultants, but this is, I think it's a mineral, by the way. I think it's a mineral liquid foundation. Not 100% sure on that, but for some reason, it doesn't say. But for some reason, I felt like it was. I think if it was, it would say on here. But this foundation just has such a great finish. It is definitely medium full coverage. It has a nice sheen to it. It doesn't make you look too glowy / oily. I set it with a powder, and this stuff stays on me all day long. I apply it just like all the others. I use a foundation brush and then I buff it, and it just stays phenomenal. The colors are really good. They've got a really good color line. I just really, really am impressed with this product. The next one I'm going to show you is another drugstore, and it is Neutrogena's Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup, SPF of 20. I have it in the color Natural Beige. Funny, neutral beige, natural beige. Number 60. This is what it looks like. It does not have a pump. It has a screw top, and it's a big one, so it's kind of difficult to work with because you get a lot of product out of it. I love this. This, to me, people were talking it's the closest dupe that people have seen to NARS Sheer Glow. A less expensive version is this one. I think it is similar. I think this one has a little bit more of a dewy finish to it. This one can feel a little bit heavier on your face versus the NARS. The NARS kind of sinks in somehow quicker. But I personally love, love, love this foundation. My only problem with this foundation is the fact that if I wear it for more than 3 days, I break out from it. I don't know why. I just get like little breakouts in the areas that like my chin is what I break out in the most. And that's my downside, is I've learned just to wear it here or there if I feel like a quick makeup and I like this and I want that look, just not using it more than a couple days in a row. So that's this one, and I really, really like this product. For a drugstore one, it's by far one of my favorites. The next one I'm going to mention is a fairly new one to me, and it is Youngbloodz Liquid Mineral. See, this one says mineral. Liquid Mineral Foundation, Deep Sea Hydrating Complex, rich in ocean minerals and nutrients, and it's paraben free. I was looking for the color. Oh, there it is. The color name is Golden Tan. It is neither golden nor tan, as I have stated before. It has a pump to it, and this stuff is great. There is no SPF in it, but this stuff just has a great coverage, medium coverage, like true medium coverage. You can add a little bit in areas where your skin isn't as even, and it covers it. I love setting it with their mineral powder. Like, I am in love with this line. I really, really like this. It just has such a good feel on your skin. It sinks in nicely. It lasts well. It's just a really, really great product, in my opinion, for what it is. It is difficult to find. Again, another product you can only buy online. Where did I get mine? The Arbonne. I just got it at Arbonne. You can't buy foundation on Youngbloodz website. You have to go to like retailers. I think it was called Skincare by Alana. I think that's what it was called. And they have 15% off, or they did. But I really am enjoying this. I think it's a great product. I think I would, right now, I think I would repurchase, but you know me, with so many, I never know for sure if I am or not. So that, foundation brush is back. That is my overview of dewy kind of foundations. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.